Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to Talk Ema.
I'm Emma, and it's so great to see you today.
And I'm Jack. I'm really happy to be here with you.
It's a beautiful day to learn English together.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great and ready to teach some English.
Same here. I'm excited too.
Today, we're talking about a very small word.
But it does many things in English.
The word is can.
Can is everywhere in daily English.
It is simple.
And it is very useful.
Today, we will learn how to use can.
We will use it for ability, permission, and requests.
By the end of this lesson,
You will be able to use can naturally.
don't worry.
We will make it easy and fun.
Before we start, let me ask you something.
Do you already use can in English?
Type yes or no in the comments.
We would love to see your answers.
And if you enjoy learning with us,
Please like this video and subscribe to Talk Ema.
all right.
Let's get started.
First, let's talk about the most basic use of can.
Ability,
We use can to talk about what someone is able to do.
skills, talents, and things we know how to do.
The structure is very simple.
Subject plus can plus verb.
Let's make it real.
Emma, what can you do?
I can speak English.
I can teach English.
I can also make good coffee.
That's a very important skill.
What about you, Jack? What can you do?
I can drive. I can cook simple meals.
I can play the guitar a little.
A little still counts.
Yes, it does.
Every skill counts.
Now think about yourself.
What can you do?
You can talk about sports.
You can talk about music or languages.
You can talk about everyday things.
For example, I can swim.
I can ride a bike.
I can use a computer.
Very simple.
Very natural.
Now let's talk about the negative form.
When we cannot do something.
We say cannot or can't.
For example, I can't swim.
Or I can't cook spicy food.
That's very honest.
Remember this important point.
We say can't, not don't can.
Just can't.
Short and easy.
Let's make this more fun.
Let me ask you a question.
Jack, can you dance?
I can dance a little, but not very well.
That's okay.
I can't dance very well either.
See?
We're learning and being honest.
Now it's your turn.
Answer these questions for yourself.
Can you cook?
Can you drive?
Can you speak another language?
Try to answer out loud.
Even if you are alone.
Speaking out loud helps you improve.
Now let's move on to something very useful.
Asking for permission in English.
We use can for permission all the time.
At home, at school, and at work.
We often want to ask, is it okay if I do this?
Let me ask you a quick question, Jack. Sure, go ahead.
Can I eat this cookie right now?
Let me think for a second. That sounds a little dangerous. Just kidding.
Yes, you can.
But only one cookie.
Deal.
So today, we're learning how to ask for permission.
We use one small word.
The word can,
It is a small word.
but it is very powerful.
We use can to ask for permission.
And we also use can to give permission.
This idea is simple.
But it is very important.
So how do we ask for permission?
The structure is easy.
Can plus subject plus verb.
For example, can I open the window?
That sounds clear.
And answering is easy too.
If it is okay, you say yes, you can.
If it is not okay, you say no, you can't.
Very clear.
No confusion.
Let's practice with real-life situations.
Imagine this.
We're in class.
I want to borrow your pen.
What do I say?
Can I borrow your pen?
Perfect.
And I answer, yes, you can, but please give it back.
Of course.
I promise.
Now imagine another situation.
It is break time.
We want to go outside.
What do we say?
Can we go outside now?
And the teacher says, no, you can't.
Just kidding.
The teacher says, yes, you can.
Very nice.
Very real.
Now it's your turn, friends.
Write one sentence to ask for permission using can.
Put your sentence in the comments.
We read them all.
Here's a helpful tip.
You can ask permission for normal things.
Can I eat chocolate?
Can I watch a movie?
Can I turn on the music?
Can I dance in the living room?
That one sounds fun.
Why not?
Don't be shy.
The more you practice, the more confident you feel.
Now, here is one more small tip.
If you want to sound more formal,
You can use may.
for example, may I open the window?
That sounds very polite.
But in daily English, can is perfect.
With friends,
With family,
with classmates.
can sounds natural and friendly.
Let's play a quick game.
I give a situation.
You ask for permission.
Are you ready?
Situation 1.
You want to borrow my notebook.
Can I borrow your notebook?
Perfect.
Situation 2.
You want to leave the room early.
Can I leave the room early?
Very good.
Now, listeners, it's your turn again.
Think of one situation in your life.
Ask for permission using can.
Don't worry about mistakes.
Just try.
Practice is how you improve.
Let's review quickly.
To ask permission, use can plus subject plus verb.
To answer, say, yes, you can.
Or say, no, you can't.
For formal situations,
You can use may.
and remember, asking politely is always a good idea.
Always.
Now, let's move on to another useful skill.
Making requests.
We do this every day.
Can you help me?
Can you pass me the salt?
Very common and very polite.
Can is perfect for friendly requests.
The structure is simple.
Can plus you plus verb.
And if you want to be extra polite, add please.
Simple and easy to remember.
Let's look at real examples.
Can you help me, please?
Can you pass me the salt?
Can you open the window, please?
Can you show me how to do this?
These sound polite and natural.
And please makes a big difference.
Here are some quick tips for you.
Tip 1.
Add please.
It makes your request friendlier.
Tip 2.
Use a friendly voice.
Your tone matters.
Listen to the difference.
Can you pass me the book?
Can you pass me the book?
Same words.
Different feeling.
Tip 3.
Be specific.
It makes your request clear.
Can you pass me the red pen, please?
That sounds better.
Short and simple is best.
Don't overthink it.
English should feel easy.
Now it's your turn again.
Write one request using can.
It can be about anything.
Help, food, directions, or fun.
For example, can you teach me your favorite dance?
Or, can you give me a high five?
Exactly. When learning is fun, it becomes easier to remember.
Yes, and try saying the sentences out loud too.
Speaking out loud helps your pronunciation improve.
Now let's do a quick mini practice together.
I will give a situation.
And you make a request using can.
Are you ready?
Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. You want your friend to open the window.
Can you open the window, please?
Perfect. That sounds very polite. Situation 2. You need help carrying a bag.
Can you help me, please?
Very nice. That sounds natural and friendly. Now, listeners, it's your turn.
Think of one polite request you want to make.
Write your sentence in the comments. Let's review quickly.
To make a request, use can plus you plus verb.
Add please to sound extra polite.
Use a friendly tone when you speak.
Be specific and keep it simple. Remember, practicing every day is very important.
Even small requests help you feel more confident.
Try using these sentences with friends or family today.
It's practical, natural, and fun.
Today we learned a lot about using can.
Yes, we talked about ability, permission, and requests.
But let's be honest for a moment.
I sometimes make mistakes with can.
That's totally normal.
Everyone makes mistakes when learning English.
Now, let's talk about some quick tips and common mistakes.
These tips will help your English sound more natural.
The first mistake is sounding too strong or too serious.
For example, can you pass me the salt?
That can sound like a command.
Tone really matters in English.
So how do we fix it?
It's easy. Add please and use a friendly voice.
Can you pass me the salt, please?
Same words, but a much nicer feeling.
The second common mistake is with negatives.
Many learners say things like, I know can.
but that is not correct.
The correct form is cannot or can't.
For example, I can't swim.
She can't come today.
We can't go outside. Listeners, try writing one sentence using can't.
Write about something you cannot do.
Now, let's talk about another mistake.
This one is about future situations.
We usually don't use can for the future.
Instead, we say will be able to.
For example, I will be able to finish the project tomorrow.
She will be able to join us next week.
This sounds much more natural.
Now, listeners, try this too. Write one future sentence using will be able to.
Let's do a final review.
First, don't sound too stiff. Use please and a friendly tone.
Second, remember the negative form is cannot or can't.
Third, for the future, use will be able to.
Making mistakes is part of learning.
Don't be afraid of them.
Practice a little every day.
Your English will become more natural and confident.
Now, let's slow down and practice together.
This is the part where listeners start speaking.
No grammar tests.
Just listening, choosing, and speaking.
Real English.
Simple English.
English you can use every day. All right, let's begin our practice together.
This time, we will listen and choose the best sentence.
Situation 1 is about a skill or ability.
You know how to play the piano.
Which sentence sounds better?
I play the piano or I can play the piano.
The correct choice is about ability.
We say I can play the piano.
Let's say it together slowly.
I can play the piano.
Now let's move to situation 2.
It is hot in the room.
You want to ask someone politely. Which one sounds better? Open the window or can you open the window?
The polite sentence is better.
Can you open the window?
And to sound even nicer, add please.
Can you open the window, please?
Same meaning, but a warmer feeling.
Situation 3 is about permission.
Your friend is allowed to come to the party.
Which sentence sounds correct?
She comes to the party or she can come to the party.
This is permission, so we use can.
She can come to the party.
You can say it with happiness, too.
She can come to the party.
Now, situation 4 is about ability again.
These people are very good swimmers.
Which sentence do we choose?
They swim very well, or they can swim very well.
Both are okay.
But when we focus on ability, we use can.
They can swim very well.
Say it with us.
They can swim very well. Now, the last situation.
You need help with your homework.
You want to ask politely.
Which one sounds better?
Help me with my homework, or can you help me with my homework, please?
The polite request is the best choice.
Can you help me with my homework, please?
That sounds clear, polite, and natural.
This kind of practice really helps.
Yes, it feels like a real conversation.
And that is our goal. Now, listeners, it's your turn.
Think of one real situation in your life today.
Choose the correct sentence using can.
Say it out loud.
Here is a small challenge for you.
Make 2 sentences using can,
One sentence about something you can do.
and 1 sentence to make a polite request.
The more you speak, the more confident you become.
Don't worry about being perfect.
English is about feeling comfortable.
Relax, enjoy the process, and keep practicing every day.
You're doing great today, Jack.
Thank you, Emma, and wow, today was really fun.
We talked about one very small word today.
Yes, the word can.
It is a small word, but it can do many things in English.
Exactly, and we used can to talk about ability.
Ability means what you can do and what you cannot do.
Things like skills, talents, and everyday abilities.
These are very real situations.
And very useful for daily English.
Then we used can to ask for permission.
And also to give permission in a polite and friendly way.
This is English you use in real life.
At school, at work, and with friends.
After that, we used can to make polite requests.
This part is my favorite.
These are sentences you can use right away.
Yes, at home, at work, or when you practice English alone.
Remember, you don't need long sentences.
And you don't need difficult grammar.
Just one small word can help you say many useful things.
And if you are still learning, that's completely okay.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to keep trying little by little.
Now, before we finish, we have a gentle question for you.
What is one thing you can do in English now that you could not do before?
It can be something very small.
Maybe you can understand more English.
Or maybe you can speak with more confidence.
Take a moment and think about it.
If you like, share your answer in the comments.
We really enjoy reading your comments.
Your messages mean a lot to us.
You're doing great, so please keep going.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like.
It really helps Talk Ema grow and continue.
You can also share this episode with a friend.
Learning English is easier and more fun together.
Don't be shy and leave us a comment.
Tell us how you feel today or what topic you want next.
And don't forget to subscribe to Talk Ema.
That way you won't miss new episodes.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We truly appreciate you.
Keep practicing step by step.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Talk Ema.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.